Hey everybody, Cromag here. It's July 16th. My topic this week is the current healthcare fiasco that we've got going on. We've got Obamacare that, from all indications, is ready to collapse. We constantly have carriers that are pulling out of the different groups, and in the states, in some states they only have one carrier left in the group. The Senate has a bill that they want to vote on, which they're not going to do it this week because John McCain had to have brain surgery to remove a blood clot from behind his eye. But they're going to vote on this bill this week, or next week, that is basically Obamacare light. It's not a repeal and replace. These guys have no intestinal fortitude to do what's right here, and that is to actually repeal Obamacare and replace it with something else, which, from my perspective, I don't think we should be replacing it with anything. Nowhere in the Constitution does it say that the government is supposed to provide you health care. If you want that, then fine. You need to have a constitutional amendment and put that in there. But as the Constitution stands right now, it says nothing about the government providing you health care. The other thing that bothers me about all this is the amount of pork that's involved in getting these folks to vote for it. What's so great about it? Do we not have any patriots here in this country anymore that will do the work of the people and for the best of the country? Or is it all about them getting reelected and lining their pockets? Working with the lobbyists and getting this trip here and getting this thing there. It just totally sickens me. I think at the end of the day, we need a straight up and down vote. We need a repeal, and then we need a replace. None of this, we're going to do this or that. Now, the Democrats, they've come up and said, well, look, don't repeal and replace Obamacare. Let's tweak it and make it better. So I think the way that you could flush the Democrats out on this and could actually buy some trust from the American people is if you came back and said, okay, look, here's what we're going to do. We'll keep Obamacare, but we're going to do away with all the congressional special health care, the Cadillac plans that they have, and the federal employees for the government. We're going to do away with that, and everybody's going to use Obamacare. I mean, if they're going to vote on something and grant something to people, then everybody needs to do it. One of the things, if they do decide to push this through, this bill, is I would love to see come out of this is the insurance company subsidies. That's part of the free market. The whole idea, well, if the insurance companies lose money, we need to pay them some money. No, they need to work that out. And we shouldn't be subsidizing a free market. The other thing that needs to come out of this is the mandate. The Democrats want to push this point home to you and tell you that they are worried that 23 million people are going to lose their health care. Well, I can assure you right now, the way Obamacare is right at this moment, there are 23 million people out there that have health care in name alone. It's too expensive for them to use. The deductibles are outrageous. And think about this for a minute. If they really wanted everybody to have health care, why do they offer the option of you paying a penalty and not having to get it? So if they really wanted you to have health care, why is there an option not to get health care? Ask yourself that. This isn't about that. This was to buy votes. And Republicans, I got news for you right now, pal, ladies and gentlemen. These people that are going to vote along these lines, or these 23 million that they're saying that are going to lose their health care, they weren't going to vote for you anyway. All these people on Obamacare that are raving about it and jumping in your face about repealing it, they're not going to vote for you anyway. So why are you worried about it? Do what's right for the country. Do what's right for the majority of the American people. There's people out here that have small businesses that, they can't afford the health care, so they just pay the penalty. But they're busting their hump, and then you have somebody else that, hey, just, they can't afford health care, but they get it at a reduced rate, and then they have health care. So, this is just another example of the fleecing of America. We're never going to get any better until we get our financial house straight. And it begins with reducing some of these expenses, some of these pork barrel projects that are out there, and actually making our representatives responsible to us. I highly suggest to anybody out here that's hearing me, next year in the midterms, if your representative, your senator, your congressman does not vote the way you want them to vote, get out there and run against them. There's going to be a whole lot of people out there that are going to be very angry and ready to vote for a change. And they may not go Democratic, but they may go independent, they may go libertarian. So if they didn't vote the way your community wants it to vote, get out there and run against them. Give them something to think about. Okay? So that's my rant for the week. I'll close it down and just tell everybody I hope you have a great week, and I'll see you on the other side. Thanks.